You are not imagining things. You're not going crazy. You're they know what they're doing is wrong. And this is the spiritual battle that we go through, right? And it's a fine line to walk, because we want to be Christians and we want to represent Christ. But at the same time, it's tricky because we know that we fight not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against rulers, against, you know, kingdoms and high places. And so even though we know that it's not the people that we're fighting against, it's the spirits behind the people that are really using the people as tools, but they're really opening themselves up to be used as agents of Satan. So, they're not completely off the hook for it. But what happens is it's easy to look at the person as if it's the person. But I have to tell you, there have been times where I have doubted myself and I have second guessed my discernment and what I'm picking up in the spirit, because it doesn't seem congruent and it doesn't seem to add up, because this person is, is being used of Satan, but it's not the person that I'm fighting against. It's really the spirits behind the person, but they still are accountable because they're allowing themselves to be used. But when I have removed myself from the situation, there have been times where I've actually have gotten along or have been cordial to the person, and I could see that they're letting their guard down and they're actually becoming vulnerable, but I know that I can't trust them because I have the experience enough with them to know that, how they operate and how they move and how they get down. And if it comes down to me or them, my head is going to be the one on the chopping block and not them. So I always have to keep it in the forefront of my mind that no matter how well we might be either getting along or just getting the job done, knowing that that's all that it is, and knowing that those spirits, their spirits are still operating in them. They just haven't had the opportunity yet. So not to allow myself to put my guard down enough to think that, oh, things are better now and, we're getting along. No, it's still that warfare that's going on. It's still that fine line that we have to walk, because even though we fight not against flesh and blood, these people are still allowing themselves to be used as pawns of Satan. So in a real sense, it would be ridiculous to make ourselves, let ourselves put our guard down and make ourselves vulnerable. So we have to be vigilant. So it really is a fine line to walk in the spirit, because even the Bible says to pray for those who persecute you and bless those who curse you, and to give a drink of water to your enemies, and that will put burning coals on their head. And so there's been times where I've second guessed myself and thinking I actually gave my enemy the ammunition to shoot me in the back and shoot me in the foot. But really, I was doing the right thing, and the right thing is the right thing regardless. But I still have to be mindful and use wisdom and how much information I'm going to let them in on, and especially if I know that they're going to use it against me, then I have to make that decision on how much I'm going to give them and how much I'm going to hold back for myself, because I don't want to show all my cards, because I still want to use wisdom. So guys, I don't know if any of this is making sense, but the point that I'm trying to make is, don't second guess yourself. You're not going crazy. You're not losing your mind. It's not you. They know what they're doing, and they might not even know completely what they're doing, but they do know, because they're allowing themselves to open themselves up to be used in that way. So you need to be guarded. You need to be constantly on guard, almost to the point of being hyper vigilant, watching your back, knowing when it's time to interact and engage, and knowing when it's time to disengage and pull back. And that's not always an easy thing to do, especially when, you were dealing with certain relationships. So I just wanted to come on here and share this word. I hope that it helped you. I know this is all the download I feel like the Lord has been giving me. So I hope it encouraged you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you can identify. There's many people that are going through this that need to hear this word. They need to hear this message that they're not alone. They're not going crazy. They're not imagining things. This is happening, and they need the tools to be able to be better equipped on to know how to handle these situations when they encounter it. And so don't forget to follow us on our other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and you can go to our website at tamarshopeusa.org. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.